En vivo.
En vivo. Welcome back. Bienvenidos. Okay, to the show on the spiritual tip. Okay, Akina and Britt on the spiritual tip where we talk about spiritual. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, cute. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have a returning guest.
Yes, we do.
Handles your handles.
I'm back, man. Like,
Who are you?
Tell them again.
I'm back for another one. It's no limitations. You know what I mean? Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to be back.
Does your seat feel hot?
Oh, you know, it's a little lukewarm right now.
Okay. Because we came
It
back.
should be.
We came back with different ones this time. So, so last time we left off, we were talking about sex and soul ties. But I feel like with that conversation, it really actually had me go back to the drawing board too. Because
Me too. It did.
you know, are we too emotional? Are we? And this isn't in general. This is just general. Are we too emotional, or do we lack a lot of emotion within these exchanges? So, if you saw part one, people who saw or will see the episode, I hope you left with some knowledge. And I have my lip gloss on my hand, sorry. And I hope that, you know, if you're with your partners or your one night stands, you better assess the people you're laying with. You know,
one night stands. Even if they, 60 seconds, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang, I don't
no, that's
know,
true.
man.
It don't matter how long. It does not matter how long.
Ooh, I hope it's
It
not
could
a
be
minute.
quick.
I hope it's not a minute.
Wow, yeah.
That's not. So, anyway, do you want me to kick this off?
You can kick it off.
Okay, so
Because you got me in my thoughts right now.
yeah, because I'm thinking. So so when we were talking to you last week, you know how you got, like you and Kate Dash were saying, like, you got to really think that deep before you have an interaction, right? So, you know, I wanted to. This is for you too. So before you decide to lay down with someone, what do you actually think about then?
The real, like the truth.
Yeah, like
Because I'm not thinking about that at the moment.
Say you're in the club, not even the club. Maybe it's somebody that you've been liking for a little while. Y'all happen to be in the same area, same party, and you're like, man, this is the night. But how do you even gauge yourself to choose that one out of the crowd? And you too, because we're women, we do the same thing.
If we talking like a club setting,
Any
like a
social setting.
I mean, my eyes just tell me where to go. Honestly, like if I'm attracted to somebody, like I'm gonna go over there.
Okay.
And if it's like a club setting, then I'm gonna go off like if she's dancing, because I don't really like the whole sitting there looking pretty all the time. Then I don't even want to chill, because like I'm kind of, when I'm out, I'm lit.
Yeah.
You know, I like dancing. I like doing a lot of things. So that's the first attraction. Like if she's dancing, I'm like, all right, that's something common.
Okay, so you
I
like
go
to
over
see
there.
somebody free flowing. You don't want
Yeah.
somebody stush in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, I feel that. What about you?
Yes. Okay.
What about you?
I think it's the confidence that pulls me in. So like if I don't want to do too much, because I don't want to do too much.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be doing a lot if you're trying to like
Come to me.
come to me. So I feel like it's the confidence that reels me in.
I think it's the mysterious that reels me in.
Don't be too mysterious.
I
though,
like it.
'cause I'm not going
I
home with
love
you.
me a man who's with his group of friends, and he's like chilling, drinking, sitting back while everybody's lit. My guy is the one who's sitting
In the
quiet.
corner.
That's my guy.
See,
Because
that's
I'm
like
already.
that's like the opposite.
Yeah, I'm extrovert, so I need somebody. I like the one who's like not trying to be seen, because I'm like, what you got going on? What's your story?
You are like that.
I do. I like the mysterious ones.
You are.
Sometimes I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like at heart, like I'm the type of person too. Like if everybody's like having fun,
Yeah.
and you not doing nothing, I'm gonna come over there and trying to
Pull
come
it out
over
of
there and
you.
find
Yeah.
out like, hey, what's up? Like what you doing?
Right.
Like why you not dancing and stuff like that. And sometimes those people be like the coolest people.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true. Or the ones. I mean, in my experience, the ones with most of the money.
Oh.
You're like, oh, that's why you're quiet.
Oh.
Okay. You're paid.
The money man.
Because they think it's usually the ones that are like trying to get attention, but
I
sometimes.
know my lesson. I'm not talking about money this episode. Because I ain't saying
The
nothing
financial
about
tip.
money.
So, yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
nobody's broke.
And nobody's broke. We would not be able to do this if we was broke. That's for sure.
That's for damn show. Lord. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess my question. I love that you put this question in here. I'm actually gonna skip some questions.
Okay, yeah, because I thought we were going around, like just
Because
moving around.
I feel like we sent them home with homework, right?
Yes, we did.
So now that he did his research, right? Do you feel like a soul tie is also being in love with someone, or is it different? Or can it be the same thing?
So last time when I was here, I was heavy on the sex tip, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like it could navigate. It's like a navigation.
Yeah.
To everything else, but I also feel like it doesn't have to be sex. You know, it could be strictly like, because there's times I want to be next to somebody and it don't have to be physical at all. Like, I just want to be around that person. Like, this person is a vibe. It's always a vibe when I'm with this person.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like men actually do like when they meet a chick who doesn't make them think about only sex.
This is true. This is true. But it's like, you know, it's the cherry on the top.
That's the cherry, right? You know,
the cherry on the top when the sex is good and stuff like that. But nah, it don't. For me, from the last episode, I had to think about these ties that made me think about
these knots, as you like to say.
Knots. Yeah, actually, I came up on that question because I was talking to some guys. I was talking to my partner really, and he was like, "Well, honestly, sometimes you just like the vibe of somebody." He's like, I think a soul tie for me. He was like, a soul tie for me is not even sex involved.
And that's what I was saying last episode when you asked about the condom question. I'm like, it really doesn't even matter about condoms because sometimes it's just
your aura.
You're just attracted to somebody.
That's what you say. Like, if it means more to me to chill around you and not want that than to just have sex with you.
That's gonna make me like you even more.
Right. So yeah, that's why it made me like write that question, because I was like, oh wow, you get these preconceived notions about men, which is like they like to say when women are from Venus and men are from Mars, but I just think that we manifest differently. Because we do like conversation
Expound
too.
on that.
Yeah.
Meaning, I think that we think that all men are visceral beings, meaning they like everything, they want to touch what they see, that they only want to like sexual relations.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like we forget men are humans.
And a lot of men like connection. Actually, I believe that it's hard to find that connection, which is why they always choose to just lay down with somebody, because it's hard to find those connections.
It is. Or is it easier?
Coming on our show, have you spoken about the things that we've spoken about with other women?
Did you ask other people?
I did. I wanted to ask this spiritual being that I know, but I'm blocked in all.
Because she knew her light, probably.
Unblock me.
Unblock him.
I got a few questions.
Unblock him.
You know what I mean?
He's learning.
But I don't think that he has questions about that.
Did you fumble the bag? Did you fumble the spiritualist bag?
I wouldn't even say I fumbled it.
His pitch went high.
I think like we both contribute to some things.
Okay.
I know I could have did some things better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
That's
when she
fair.
was lighting up that sage, like she should have keep it in her area a little bit more. Like she was a little demon too.
Well, you could be
But
spiritual
anyway.
and toxic. That's,
You can.
That's
But
definitely.
anyway, I don't know. She definitely probably put some in my food. I don't know.
3 hours, no music.
I know. I'm thinking about some things. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think too, when you date spiritual people, sometimes they, depending on where you are in your journey, because we all are, everybody's learning. I think that when they see themselves with that soul tie or that tie, they tend to cut it short if they know that it can take them out of their, what do I want to say? Take them out of their like lineage of like their line of like healing.
Their element.
Yeah, their element. So
Sure.
I don't know what her story is, but it could have been like, you know what? He got me acting all crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's me. I'll block you on everything when you got me effed up. I'm blocking you.
She kind of like basically said that though. Like
Yeah,
in order for her to heal
I think I
and
like
stuff
her.
like that.
I think I like her
she
too.
gotta,
I like her.
cut.
Follow us.
What's her birthday? I think I like her.
Oh yeah, she a Cancer.
What?
Yeah,
That's a lot of emotions.
it's-
Oh Jesus, that's very
No
watery.
emotions just like this.
That's crazy.
And that's
I like
how-
her.
That's how
I think I know her.
That's
No,
how
you
not.
don't. Oh
She
my
probably-
God.
She probably do know.
I do know her.
She probably
I think
do
I
know.
do know her.
We ain't stating no
We ain't
claims.
saying no names though.
It's a small world.
It is a very small world. All right, so
I don't know nobody, y'all.
shout out to you, sis. They're gonna. All right, anyway.
You good. You all right, Queen. You good.
All right, so have you guys ever had like a one night stand? Are you open enough to share this?
Who, me?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
both of y'all.
Oh,
Both of
damn,
y'all.
hell
Like,
yeah.
and did you feel good afterwards, or did you feel worse after having one?
I never felt worse.
I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
Listen, cause yo,
That
it's
was
like
honest though.
yo, listen, like I feel
Why
like
not? Because he's a man. It's
yeah,
like,
that's
no.
what I'm saying. Like for men, it's like we really gotta work for things, and it don't come by as as easy.
Yeah,
you know what I
I be
mean?
hearing that too.
So that one night thing is just like I'm not coming into the night thinking I'm about to have sex with somebody
Right.
or I'm gonna catch a vibe like that. I really like the person that I want to have sex with.
Is it really that hard for men to just have? You know, I think we think women can men can have sex with just anybody.
I feel like that. That's not true.
It's not.
That's cat.
That's cat.
They gotta work for it.
Yeah, you gotta work for it. I never could just walk into the spot and girls just coming up to me and you know what I mean. And if it is like y'all be throwing
even with all your followers.
Yeah, they be throwing like weird signs too. Like they don't use they don't use their words sometimes.
Nah, because they want you to
weird
change.
stuff. They
Women,
just look at you. You know, you never know until.
Ultimately, women like to sit in their divine feminine, meaning they like to sit and wait for the king to approach.
Kind
them.
of like what I said when I like a man approaching me.
And I'm the opposite
because I don't know. It's just something about being. I guess you're divine feminine.
Yeah, I'm a fire sign, so I'm definitely, if I'm seeing you in the corner, I'm definitely like, I will probably like get close enough, and then be like, so what's your story?
It does depend on the. Because on the scene though.
Yeah, because then I feel like closed mouths don't get fed.
That's true.
But yeah, I never felt worse. Like
after one night stand.
After it happens. I'm good. I'm happy. Unless it's a terrible experience, but
Have you ever had a terrible experience in one night stand?
Not terrible, but I just was like,
I could have done without that.
I could have been good.
I could have not approached that.
Yeah, it could have been good. Yeah,
well,
but
what about you,
girl? Nah, me in my day.
In my day,
I had me a one night stand or whatever. And did I feel worse or good? I mean, I've had, well, there was one where I'm like, I could have did without that. Because it was just like, I think what happens is you look at this package, you're like, yeah, you're like, you're gonna get it right. And they do not get it right. And you're like, damn, I could have did without you. Just all good looks and just nothing.
No pizzazz.
No, your personality was cool, but then when it's time to link the personality with the movement, which is a sexual movement.
Yeah.
It's not cohesive.
A sexual movement.
So therefore, we cannot do this anymore. Because now I can't unsee it. Yeah, I can't. I won't be able to respect you.
It's like flipping a coin, honestly. It's like
it is.
Heads is gonna be good. Tail. Those two quick options. And you have no idea.
I don't think I ever had a one night stand. I talked to somebody for a very long time, and then when it came down to it and we had sex.
You gotta grow up.
It was. I do, right? I do.
You never had one?
I made it a one night stand because I never talked to him again.
Yeah, I think that counts.
So
are we talking about like randomly? Because I mean, I never had like somebody I just saw on the street and I was like, oh, I'm gonna jump your bones.
Nah, it wasn't random.
No, you had a random? I guess it is random for men. Not for me. For me, it's like I probably was calculating.
I'm very particular about it. That's why. I'm particular about it. I can't just be like off the street and just
no. I've had to.
Y'all can do that. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, no disrespect to my partner, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole phone book of them.
We are the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the problem. I don't want the streets. No, sorry to be graphic. I don't want the streets in me. So
that's what I'm saying. So I'm very particular about that. So I don't think I
don't know what's coming out that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's after midnight.
My shit is legit. I don't need you coming over fucking anything up.
Yeah.
No.
And the thing is,
all right.
The real thing is too. I think women are way more in touch with what they want in their body. Not to be like speaking for men and for women, but I feel like women think about it just harder.
The simplest thing can throw it off.
Definitely.
So,
oh, for me, definitely.
I'm very particular about
I could like you so much, and then you do one particular thing. I'm like, he brushed his teeth the wrong way. I don't want it.
He breathing wrong. Yeah. That's true.
Oh shoot, Brittany got the questions there? Because I
sure do. Okay. Okay. Well, we kind of touched on this. Like, can you have a soul tie without having sex with somebody?
Yeah.
And have you? Because I don't think you answered this last time.
I did it?
No.
We had sex, so I don't know if that counts.
But you can't use that as an example.
Yeah, I can have a soul tie with you, but I think for me personally, maybe I spoil it for myself, but for me, I can have a soul tie with you, but then at some point, I have to like break it down. I gotta see how your sex is, because then it's just not gonna gel for me. Because I want to be able to have these sapiosexual conversations.
So you never had a soul tie without having sex with somebody? Yes or no, girl?
I'm trying to think. because I just, no.
No.
I think eventually I have in the beginning like felt connected to them, and then it's also led to, which also graduates me to, well, let me see if
Take
it's
these
all
off.
Yeah, take these off. Let me see if it can all mesh together, if the thinking is as good as the action, and if it's not, then no. So I haven't had a soul tie without sex. No.
Okay.
For me, the soul tie comes with sex. It's the conversation and then the sex is good. Oh yeah, I'm beat. That's it. You can have whatever. I could cook whatever you want. It's all yours.
But I got a question.
Okay.
Now, so basically, you don't really know if it's possible without sex. But let's just say you had sex with this person one time, and y'all don't have sex anymore. Do you still feel like it's a possibility to have a soul tie with this person?
Yes.
Prior to the
That
sex?
was a good question, because I actually have one person in particular I can think about that happened. We probably had sex like one time, and then I didn't really need to have sex with them. Like, it wasn't bad or it wasn't good. It just was like, I think I just like our conversation and us being around each other way better than, we don't have to be intimate in the sexual realm. We could be intimate with our conversation, with watching movies, with eating different foods. So yes, I definitely had that. Definitely. That was a good question.
That is a good question.
Because I definitely have that.
Yeah.
I think I had that, like, had sex with somebody one time. Same thing, like, it's not, excuse me, it's not, like, bad or it's not good, but I endure, like, everything else outside of that, So I think that's like, the best soul ties, too, sometimes.
It
but then,
until they be feeling themselves.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? What was the for?
Because sometimes, that's sex, man. Gotta hold on me.
You gotta, yeah, definitely. So then this brings me to my next question. So now that spirituality is like becoming more mainstream, like crystals and candles and oils and whatnot, would you be open to dating somebody who uses those things in the bedroom or within you guys being together?
I'm definitely open. Long as those crystals not going anywhere that I don't want them to go.
Well,
as long as if we talking oils, I don't know, but yeah, I'm definitely like open. I wouldn't be like if candles start getting lit and they start doing certain things.
I actually thought about this because I used crystals the other day, right? Just to kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, I used crystals the other day.
Oh, this is on the spiritual tip.
And I used crystals, but I feel like whatever I did with the crystals opened him up to be more, because I'm pretty.
She unlocked the
I like doing different
realm.
things. Yeah, so I feel like it helped him to like kind of loosen up a little bit when I used the crystals around us, like kind of like almost like cleansed him a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, with the crystals. So I felt like that helped.
Doing good for yourself, gentlemen, getting cleansed.
Yeah, I can't date nobody else because he's used to he's cool with my candles, all that stuff. You don't be looking at him like I'm crazy.
Listen.
So that's why I ask men, especially black men, because it's different. We all. Everybody's spirituality is different. Even a woman who goes to church, who's a devout Christian, like, would you be open to that?
Oh, I was just in there, and them things.
Sometimes they got. I hear they got the best.
God knows what I be thinking sometimes, and I hate to do it in there, but no, there's some pretty women in there,
Yeah.
Some pretty women this morning. Shout out to y'all this morning.
Oh, you went this morning?
Yeah, I went to see my niece get baptized.
Look at that! I love that for you. Praise God. Praise the Lord.
Though he said he was sizzling a little bit.
Yeah, a little
he
sizzling.
stepped in.
I mean, but
there.
honestly, I hear the best bunch is the prayer bunch, and they be up in that church.
After that church was over, after we left, everybody was like, yeah, where we going? We next? I seen a little different side of you that quick.
Well, they say, you know what? We're gonna keep on the spiritual tip. We'll keep on the spiritual tip. Yeah.
Amen.
So I guess another question too, do you incorporate, this is another thing, do people even like, even if not you, maybe think about your friends, have you ever heard anybody incorporate God into their relations?
Not really. Dang. Not really. And before we aired, I was talking to her about I was raised up, Catholic and stuff like that. But as I got older, I kind of like, stop. Obviously, I still believe in God and stuff like that, but I'm not like going to church like every Sunday and stuff like that. But nah, it's just it haven't happened for me. Even the people I know, So I don't know if you even mix the two either.
You can.
Do you though?
Do I mix it too?
Yeah.
With God? Yeah.
Well, before your spirituality, did you?
No.
Did you ever think about
I was
it?
a heathen. Like, I am not low about it. I don't try to hide it.
I'm not gonna lie, but
He loved me
in
at
the
my
act,
worst.
no, I don't. I don't think about it in the act.
Now I do. I think maybe because I'm more headed to like, like matrimony and things like that. I think that after, like, once I came into my own and like on my own journey of finding myself, I think I incorporated God more than sometimes I would like to. Sometimes to the point where I was like, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. But I definitely would think about God and how he would, like, is he looking at me with this interaction? And
That's a lot of pressure. I don't even know that.
but for me, I need that because I wasn't always a good person. So for me, it helps me to keep that balance because I think for me, if she's a man eater, I did what? Please, disposable. Bye. So for me, it helps me to stop and think about what I'm doing before I do it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, like I said, in the act, like before it happens, I don't think about it. I think about it when I'm getting to know somebody. Okay. Because I can cut somebody off before it happens.
To see where their mind is at.
Yeah.
Oh, see, well, if you're talking about like seeing their mind, that's a little different. Their conversation and seeing where it goes from there. If I'm really trying to like,
but that's the part where I incorporate it.
Yeah, for me, no, I'm talking about like for me personally, I think about it. I may not even incorporate them in the conversation. It's just before I go to this person's house, like, Lord, should I?
Oh no, I do that.
Is he looking at me crazy?
I do that.
Let me just sit.
I might have to bring out the cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's spirituality.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, I have definitely brought out the tarot cards to see.
Definitely
excuse
bring out
my
the
language.
I don't care. Who the fuck am I dealing with?
That word. I definitely have brought out the tarot cards to see if I should
don't make faces.
Go and
time out.
Fuck with this person.
What?
I just want to know. When you bring the cards out, do you go to the bathroom? You just bring when you.
Oh no,
before we leave.
Oh, before you.
I just went on a date the other day, and I was like, Lord.
I've even used the pendulum.
And you just took the cards out.
Ask my question.
To him.
No, you don't do that. You scare them away.
You do.
If they're not comfortable.
All right.
Like I had one guy. I mean,
you don't mind doing that out of nowhere.
No, I won't just. I'm not gonna reach in my bag.
That's what I'm saying. I was
touch
just
these cards right here.
Yeah, I was just asking when you pull them.
No, before I get to the
I've read men. I've read them. Like I'm gonna read you, and some of them are.
Some of them are down for it.
Some of them are cool. I've even used my pendulum. Like, should I go fuck with this person? Well, I didn't say F to the Lord and Spirit when I'm using the pendulum, but I'm like, should I?
I do. I come as I am.
I'm like, should I? No, I don't. I'm not scared about the cursing. So I'm like, should I do this? And I'll let my pendulum tell me yes or no. Maybe yes. And then I'm like,
as a divination tool.
Definitely.
You see, like I'm open, like that sometimes. Like, yeah. I be wanting to know, like, obviously, if I'm dating somebody that's spiritual and that's what you into, I'm dealing with you. Every day we talking, it's like that. I want to know, like, take the cards out. Like, I want to, what's good?
Yeah, I've dated people who are like that.
What's
who are like,
good?
read me.
What did you do last night? Take the cards out.
Good? Take them cards out.
Well, that's
what we read.
But see, that conversation needs to be had because I think more men are comfortable with than they think. I've had guys who are like, "Oh, that's voodoo." Then I know I can't call you again. We just not doing this. Because like
for real.
that really is like a peeve of mine to be like, "Oh, that's voodoo." Because I'm like, if you know your lineage. You know what? We ain't gonna go that deep. That's how I look at it. I just look at them. I'm like, all right, whatever.
So if a girl pulled out cards on your date, would you be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Or you be down for it?
Nah, my initial thought would probably be like, what's going on? But then I'm all about experiences sometimes too.
True.
So
ever learning.
If we're on a date, that's the first thing that happened to me, and I'll be like, all right, what's up then? What it's saying? Like, let's do it right now, and I'll be down. It wouldn't scare me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be down for it. I'll be like,
you think anybody's ever used sex magic? You think anybody's ever used sex magic on you?
Sex magic? I don't know, yo.
You've never seen a girl with some oils or some candles?
I seen some oils. I seen some candles.
She wasn't smart about it.
Yeah,
or she just didn't give a shit.
I see some oils. I see some candles, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Even incense, you could like certain incense.
Especially the person is talking about.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. But you know what? I'm gonna pretend like I know who we talking about because I think I do. But sex magic isn't just about like oils and candles and stuff. It's all about your mind too.
Yeah,
but I didn't get manifesting
that deep.
Some things. You can manifest some things with your mind.
Definitely. I think I've definitely used that to my advantage, manifesting through orgasm. Especially because I know I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go have sex. I'm about to have sex. This is what I'm about to manifest. Especially because the full moon. Sorry, it might get a little deep, but it's a full moon coming.
Yeah, I need to teach women how to do that then, because it seems like some women ain't manifesting these orgasms. Some women be faking them.
Not
manifesting
orgasms. But that's because women don't know their body.
So
that also was something that I didn't write here.
My bad.
I think people don't find masturbation as sacred as they should. Because if everybody masturbated, you would know exactly what you need and what you like. To this day, even not to be graphic, but even to this day, sometimes I don't need to do all that. I know exactly what I need to
Some women aren't as forward as you though in the bedroom, so they won't ask the man to do that.
Not even asking, meaning I just need you to lay there so I can get so I can just get what I need to get.
Don't do nothing. I'll do it.
Yes, because if you know what sometimes you know what for me, I know exactly what I'm doing and what I need it for. So. For instance, it's a full moon coming up. I remember when I was like single, if there's a full moon coming up, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I want to manifest. So I'm about to plot. Oh, you said come over at this time? Well, actually, I have to do this, so let's do it at this time. And I know exactly where I'm going for to manifest something that I really want. And I'm going to do it with that nut.
And you can also do it by yourself.
It has to be with the full moon, though?
It doesn't have to, but say I wanted to make it more powerful.
Oh, okay.
And really
that makes sense.
Drive it home.
It also doesn't have to be with somebody else, though.
And it doesn't have to be with somebody else, no. Because me personally, this is probably TMI for people, but for me, I'm very much into masturbation. I really think it's important to masturbate. And not only that, so when you go and have sex, you're not having... I dislike women are like, he wasn't that good. Well, did you tell him? Mm-hmm. And do you even know what you like? Because you having sex with these people, you don't even know what you like. You don't even know what gets you off. Everyone should have an orgasm when they're having sex. If you can't orgasm, then go to your gyno.
Let's cheers to that.
Cheers!
Yes, cheers. Cheers.
Because what are we doing it for?
Especially women, because men are always going to come.
Yeah,
men mostly come.
I'm going to do it.
But women, we have to do a little bit more. You need to be more in tune with your body. You know? Don't you think you should be more... For a woman to really have full orgasm, she has to be one with herself.
Yeah, it's a mind thing. It's not a body thing.
It's not body.
It's not body, it's mind.
So...
I feel that.
Definitely.
Interesting.
I'll let you take it from there.
Oh, okay. So all right. Where we at? I'm drinking too much.
You got me drinking sangria.
I mean, we ran through. Oh no, we didn't.
No, we did not.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tantric sex. Are we gonna talk about that again?
Oh, what about it?
All right. So tantric. So did you research tantric sex?
I haven't.
All right.
It's the same thing like what we said before. Right. You just really basically.
Oh, this is the like the teasing.
Yeah, basically like heightened teasing for the most part.
Can you break that down more? Because I thought it was something else.
I don't have it.
Something else. No.
No, but I'm very well versed to it because also one of my really good friends was doing it too.
Okay, so what did she do?
They were just basically playing with each other. Well, not really her playing with the person, but the person, playing with your body, but not making you come. Basically getting to a point where you're really heightened about to come, but you don't really come. You don't release. And they just on and off, basically to unlock. You can unlock different portals from what I read, but that's really the basis of it. What you got?
Because I thought it was more like when you're connecting with your partner, like massages, and when you're looking.
Yeah, that's part of.
So it's foreplay.
That's part of foreplay.
So it's just like really intense.
It's heightened. It's intense foreplay. I couldn't find the words, but yes, it's intense foreplay. Even you could even finger. You could do all that stuff, and it's really about getting that person to the end without releasing. Even Joey Badass has talked about this on a podcast about for men having sex but not ejaculating because it teaches you like self-control.
I feel like I did a lot of that when I was young.
Yeah. And not even it's also for spiritual reasons.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, it's like not giving into the flesh or something like that. But it goes deeper.
Not in a good way. I knew what I was doing.
I'm sorry to go out of register.
This man.
That took a while to register. That was funny. Wait, so, dang. Do you ever think about how, like, some of your relations or your sexual relations, did it either hinder or increase your self-esteem?
That's on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I missed that. That's a good-ass question. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to answer this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ask me the question one more time.
All right. Do you think of a connection, any connection, whether good or bad, do you think that it improved or hindered your self-esteem? And it could be a few people you think about.
I'm going to say improve.
Why?
Because...
I'm going to come with that why.
Because I feel like when you have these conversations with women about sex, right? And then y'all go into like actually having sex.
Yeah.
There's other things that they might tell you that you unlock that they didn't even know, you know, that you do in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. So for me, if I unlock that, I'm coming out like this.
Yeah.
Chest out, and I feel like it improves my, you know, my thing, because it's sometimes like it's happened for me. Like there's some things I probably be like, oh, I'm not into, and then this person like just do something different, and I'm like, oh, hey now, you know, so I'm like, I might like it, and that might improve her self-esteem. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, but yeah, definitely. But never hinder. No. The only time something hindered me, and this is a funny story.
Oh, yes, please.
So, I'm having sex with this girl, right? Yeah. And she giggled. And I don't know what was a joke. So I don't know if my cancer side came like.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No.
Oh, he felt some type of way about it. I felt some type of way. I'm
thinking like, what's she like? What's so funny? What happened? Like,
she had a good time. You know, she probably was giddy. She wasn't giddy?
I don't know what it was, but it threw me off.
Oh,
and when
did you ever ask her?
Yeah, did you ask?
No, hell yeah. I was like, what's funny? What the hell is funny, girl? Okay, I'm going.
Not the girl.
I'm going to town.
Listen, I'm doing what I need to. I'm doing what I need to do, and you get. What's going on?
What's up, girl?
You know what I mean? So it threw me off. Like it threw me off. It threw me off. Yeah, it threw me off.
I was like, oh.
Cut.
Wait, stop.
Cut.
Let's try it again. Right.
You know what I mean? Then we had to talk. That's exactly what it was.
So it was over. It was over?
No, it was over for like 5 minutes.
And then you was able to catch it. Okay.
Yeah,
well, what she say she was giggling at?
No, first she was trying to say she wasn't giggling, but I was like moving her, right? Mm-hmm. I was moving her a little bit, and she said my face was kind of funny, so she giggled at the fact that I was moving. So
was she big?
My love.
Nah, she wasn't.
I think she lying.
She could be lying.
Because I mean, what made her face so funny as you pick her up? Was she big?
Nah, she wasn't big.
No, it's no problem, because you know, as you could tell, ain't nobody small. But
ain't no problem. We like a little.
Okay. I was just like, damn, maybe she was self-conscious. She was trying to laugh it off.
Yeah,
I think
maybe it was something else.
She could have been self-conscious. She was trying to laugh it off.
Yeah, it could.
Or maybe your look was really intense.
Yeah, it was. But that shit threw me off, because that never happened to me. I never had like somebody just like giggle.
I think giggling during sex is a good thing, though.
We gonna talk after this.
Like a smile.
I think giggling is good when two people giggle at the same. Well,
at the same time. He wasn't giggling.
Never mind.
I was like,
what the fuck is you laughing at?
Yo, for real. Cut.
Oh, what about you, Brett? Have you ever had an interaction?
All right, say this. Ask me a question.
Do you ever have a connection where you felt like either it hindered or it increased your self-esteem?
That definitely hindered me, though.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, I was hindered. Okay. All right, go ahead about that.
What about you?
Increased.
Increased? Why?
Every single one. Just because like it was increased. It was not. I never had an experience where somebody giggled at me or anything like that. But like you know, it was just increased every single time.
Okay.
Every single time.
With one person, the same person every single time you said it's increased, or you just talking about in general?
In general.
Oh, in general.
Every interaction, I came out walking like, yeah, okay.
And even with that, I also am incorporating, even like say you more than one person, like you said, but like longevity wise, like maybe it's 3 days out, 4 days out, 5 days out, you still felt like it's increased or decreased?
Increased.
Everyone.
Every single one.
Okay. For me, let me think.
Because you have to retrospectively, you think back at things because you think about things. At the time, it could be decreased, but then you think about it, and it's like, oh no, that wasn't even me. Even if you felt like it was,
or helped you.
Yeah,
so you're saying even if it was an L, it was something that helped you learn.
Even if it was an L, it helped me learn. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm an Aries as hell because F that. I feel like in my head I'm the best. Mm-hmm. So everything I do should make you come back like a boomerang. Mm-hmm. So I think that I've had more people come back than not.
Yeah.
So like say you don't. like that's gonna like mess with my self-esteem.
That hinders
Because
you.
in my head I'm perfect, so why would you not come back? So that hinders my self-esteem a little bit. And then increase, definitely kind of like more writing off what he said. Like if I open you up to things that you're not really ever really.
Yeah.
I feel like sex really increases me because I've noticed like dealing with people like they're not well versed to certain things that I'm well versed to, or they're not into using certain things that I'm.
They're not open.
Yeah, and then I like once I get them open, I'm like, yeah, like I did that, you know. So if they go anywhere else, I'm forever emblazoned in your mind.
Don't you feel, even if it was like an L 222 on the clock, even if you feel like it was an L, don't you be like, well, I know it's not me.
I think.
I mean, sometimes
I don't always think. I used to think like that until one of my boys, one of my boys was like, "So you just think you're perfect all the time?" And I was like, he was like, "I'm not saying you're not." He's like, "But you really think that?" He's like, "You don't think there's anything you could do differently?"
I'm talking strictly in the bedroom. I'm not talking about like relationship wise.
Strictly in the bedroom. No, I'm the best you ever had.
Okay, so then like I said,
I'm sorry.
So like I said. What I said.
Yeah, you're right.
What I said.
So and even if that was the case, it's not hinder. It is a learning experience because you also learn that not every species is the same.
Exactly.
Not everybody moves the same.
And not everybody meshes together.
No.
And that doesn't mean that it hinders you. It just
That's
you
true.
don't mesh.
That's true. Okay.
That's true.
Let me see what else.
Not mean. We all winners at this table, damn it.
Did we talk about love
That's a
and
fact.
soul ties? Like, do you have to be in love to have a soul tie?
We did.
We did?
I don't think I answered that though. Have I ever been in?
Dewey, Brittany?
Yeah.
I don't think we said do you have to have sex to have a soul tie, but do you feel like to have a soul tie you have to be in love?
No, I don't. I don't feel that way.
I agree with you too.
I don't feel that
Because
way.
I've had soul ties and not been in love.
Me too.
But I know that the oxytocin,
It was more obsession.
that might be a little heavy. The oxytocin, that love drug, is definitely probably increased.
Oh, I have a question. So
Yes.
is it really a soul tie or soul not? Or is it like a situationship?
No, because I don't think so.
Wait. No? Because you can have a situationship and fall into a soul tie.
But I feel like situationships have more depth than...
Then a soul tie? That's your soul.
Yeah, because it's like a relationship. You just have mad situations. That's how I think about a situationship. A situationship to me could also be a friend to benefit. You may not love them. You may not have a soul tie with
I definitely
them.
think love is not. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Nah,
You may not
I would
have a
agree.
soul
I would have
tie.
to agree with
You know,
that.
I'm on just keeping it straight. Just because I have a situationship with you don't mean I have a soul tie with you. I just have
That's
a
true.
fake ass relationship with you.
So it's not the same thing to you.
To me, it's not. No, I can have a situationship with you. I've been soul tied, and I've had situationships.
Sis, you know I've been soul tied. But
So it's definitely different for me. And for me, there was a point in my life where sex wasn't so heavy as like
I feel like
a
it
connection.
intertwined though.
It can if you let it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty straightforward. If I'm just fucking you, I'm just fucking you.
Yeah.
And if we're trying to build,
That's how it started.
If you package it, this is why I get mad at men. If you're trying to package it like you want to be with me, then it could build a soul tie because you're
Right.
packaging like you want to be with me. But if you just want to fuck me, then just fuck me.
So are soul ties strictly like relationships to you, or could
Soul-
they be a situationship? Is what I'm asking.
Not for me.
Not for you?
Because the situationship to me is like we're friends with benefits.
What about you?
But hold on. But what if he came in acting like what you just said, right? And you was believing that, and it happened to start a situationship, but also a soul tie.
That's
You
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
that's
It could be intertwined.
it could be like kind of like intertwined because he was spitting that shit like he was with it.
Now you get
But then
attached.
now you get attached, and then now you in the situationship, but you still attached. So it's kind of like could
Now
be
it's
a
a
soul
soul
tie,
tie.
right?
I've had a soul
Thank you
tie.
for breaking that
spiritual
down.
tip.
Okay.
Yeah, boom.
Thank you for breaking that down eloquently.
Even with that, because I could think, all these subjects, I could always think about certain people. And with that, I think that it may have started as a situation. This might sound weird to you guys. It started out as like a situationship.
Yeah.
But then I think once it started leading to soul tie, we weren't in that situationship as much anymore.
I don't understand that. I understand.
I'm saying, like, for me, the soul tie became stronger than the actual actions. So to me, it wasn't a situationship anymore.
Yeah.
Because I literally had
Okay.
to find myself being away from you and still thinking about you.
Yeah.
That's a soul tie to me. That I don't have to be
Yes.
around you. And you're like you're like everything I do, you're in my mind, and it's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yes.
So to me, no, a situation. Now, mind you, would it have been a soul tie to me if I was getting what I needed out of him? I may have not hooked on it. Me being the Aries I am, I may not have been as hooked on him if he was doing what I wanted him to do. Because it's no longer a challenge.
So your soul tie has stipulations.
I think it. Well, now I'm talking to you guys. I think it does.
Yeah, we unpacking some stuff.
Yeah,
Mine doesn't.
Yeah, I think it does.
Mine does not.
Because me being how I am, I think if I was getting what I wanted, I'd probably be like, okay, well, you're cool. But now I'm getting what I want, so I'm not really soul tied because you're doing what I want you. You're doing what I expect you to do. But
So is that?
I feel like for
is
me,
that just a chase, or
I
is
don't know.
it really a soul
I think I get more soul tied if you're not
ego?
giving me what I want.
It's ego.
Yeah,
That's
I think
ego.
if you're like not, if I'm so used to you like people bowing down to me and you don't, then I'm like I have to get in your soul. I have to get in your skin to figure out why.
I have to get in your skin,
Yeah,
bro.
like, and I feel like for me, it starts to build a soul tie because then I'm like almost like I don't want to say obsessive, but you're like, damn, what is it about this connection? Why am I trying to unpack this so much?
He's stupid.
But that was a good question.
For me, in general, I don't think it has to be about love.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like it's always like falling in love and in love has to be like for a soul tie for me in my situations that I came across from these women. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah for that. Yeah, for me.
Now, what if you happen to be with somebody and along the way, you're like, oh damn, maybe maybe this was like written in the stars for us to be together or be soulmates. That becomes a soul tie. You don't realize it.
Did that ever happen to you though?
To me, it did.
Really?
Currently.
Oh yeah.
Currently, I was like,
love
whatever.
love, y'all.
I don't need him. I'm
Love is
living
so
my
sweet.
life. Next thing I know, I'm eating my words like, oh shit, he spin the block. I spin the block.
Yeah, she spin the block.
I spin the
You
block.
really did spin the
I
block.
spin the block.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like,
did.
we're like twin flame soulmates, all that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I had some karmic ones, but yeah, he's definitely a soulmate.
That's what it is.
Woo!
That's what's up.
That's what's
Shout
up.
out to love.
That was great.
Shout out to spinning the block.
Yeah, definitely spin the block, my cocky ass.
Don't spin this block.
Don't spin this block. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
No honk, no horn.
No, they don't. Nobody can ever spin the block again. But I spin the block for that one. Because he was worth it. He'd worth it. But
You gotta be worth it, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes, wait.
Yeah.
So you spent the block. Y'all both spent the block.
Yeah, we both spin the block.
All right,
I'll say I'll spin the block
two
first.
Two people asked to spin the block, not one. I think for Brittany, you can't spin.
No blocks.
Yeah.
No blocks.
Let her spin first. That's what
I
you
ain't
do.
never gonna spin no block.
Oh, damn.
You can forget about that.
It's possible. Never say never, because I
Yeah,
never
never
thought I
say
would
never.
either.
Never
Who am
say
I
never.
gonna? Never.
I never thought I would spin the block.
Don't
you
listen to
know?
her.
She had a soul tie, but she ain't had a soul knot yet.
No,
That's
Yeah.
all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, because I definitely caught myself like, wow, me eating my words.
Yeah.
That's
We're not gonna
Sometimes you
manifest that.
Listen, you might be driving 3 hours.
No music.
oh, shoot, yeah, you did that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Even work.
It's really
Wait,
not.
what were you thinking about
What I was thinking about.
the whole time?
I gotta get to her.
Yeah, like I'm thinking what I'm gonna say to her. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do.
You want to
I'm
think
thinking
you're the
about
best.
turning around.
I
Wait,
know.
what?
Every
That's how
time
you know.
I exit, I'm like,
That's
yo,
how you know.
I know.
Because every time you try to leave, something keeps
let
pulling
me
you back.
let me get some gas and think about this.
I
right
love
quick.
when men are like that though.
Let me think
Yeah.
about this right quick.
That's
I'm
So that's
Cool.
the thing too. I had to get humble when I realized, like, no offense to men,
Not a lot of men are like that.
But y'all just do not be in tune. And I think I really met somebody who was really in tune. And not only that, is cool with the way I practice my spirituality. That's a very number one thing for me.
I think what happened was you weren't in tune and he was. And then when you got in tune, y'all got on the same page.
He was always probably in tune.
Yep.
But I think also everybody has things to work on. I think that we were in tune with different. He's more selfless and I was selfish, so we could learn from each other. Because I learned how to be more selfless and he learned how to be more selfish and choose himself. Because I'm like, I'm going. What you mean? I'm doing me. You know, like, and you don't realize when you're in these relationships how you guys can mirror each other and learn from each other. So definitely.
Hold on, time out. What if?
Okay.
All right. I'm just saying. You saying you're never gonna spin the block.
going
Somebody's
back
gonna
to
make you
that.
spin the block because what if the situation like wasn't bad enough to be like, oh, like I could talk to this person again. Like it's fine.
I think that I would. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a stipulation.
Like you've
There
had
is.
a
Yeah,
time.
like-
She's had. Yeah.
You could spin the block for closure. But I feel like I would never run down that path again because
You showed me who you are.
you showed me who you were.
Definitely.
You're done.
You've done. Like, there's no going back.
So with that being said, thank you for coming back.
Oh, yeah, thank you for coming back.
And
already
unpacking
know.
this. This was good. He was teaching us some things.
Right,
A little bit. So
I got my luggage. We got to unpack. You know what I mean? Lit.
So with that being said, is there any like small businesses you want to shout out before we leave?
Kalichi.com. KELICH2eyes.com. Follow me on Instagram. No limitations. That's NO.
Thank you for coming.
I didn't
Limitations.
Lightworkbybritney.com. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, guys.
No S with a Z. With a Z. I messed up. Yeah, don't
All
spin
right.
this block neither.
So
So I'm saying, don't spin the block. Don't spin the
it.
block.
Don't spin this.
you know not to spin over here because
spin the block.
my man crazy
Don't even
tracks
take an
me.
Uber. Nothing.
No.
And on that note, it's the spiritual tip.
Where we talked about some social shit.
And we're out. Peace out, guys.